the Meghan Markle interview, which let me just say, the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock block on Sunday evening was the most attention that I've paid to this family. And that is mostly because I am mesmerized by Oprah. This lady, her voice, her charisma, her eyes, the way they lock with yours, she could literally tell me to pick up her crumbs off the floor with my pinky, and I would do it. I would do it and I wouldn't even ask her why. And then I would probably serve her tea after. Like, she just has that effect. Like, you're listening. But like everything else, now this is becoming a totally divided issue with no capacity for in between. Let me break it down. Basically, Meghan Markle did this like huge sit down with Oprah in case you're living under a boulder. And she talks about leaving the royal family, how shitty they treated her, her mental health struggles, and the race component of it, right? We're going to get into all this. But here's how it's divided, okay? Let's start with the anti-mob first, like the anti-cancel culture. You have people, and I've heard friends say, you know what? I don't need to hear these privileged rich people complaining from their $15 million seaside mansion when people are dying, suffering, unemployed, have destroyed livelihoods, maybe forever. Like, it might be a little off-putting. Not sure. Like, I don't feel sorry for you. This is another poll I took on my IG too. I said, do you feel sorry for her? And I would say like 60 to 70% of you guys said no. So here's what I mean. So Fox News says, rich royal actress becomes society's big victim. And then also, I believe it was Ben Shapiro on the Daily Wire who called her the woke princess. So they're the ones who are not having it, okay? So then you have the woke giving complete backlash to all this. I'm going to get into Piercy Morgan. I nicknamed him Piercy, get over it. Who are painting her as an utter, complete, and total victim. These are the two sides yet again. Here's how I see it. Number one, did it bug me that they were doing this whole sit down when like we're all hating our lives? That's the only way to put it. I've run out of metaphors. Honestly, it didn't bother me. I actually didn't think that until I heard people bring up that point later, being like, do I really need to see this right now? Like, do I? That part didn't bug me. I actually found it like entertaining and a nice little break from the despair of our daily lives because days don't exist anymore. There were parts, let's be honest, where people were like, I don't know how much I'm buying this, right? I had a friend texting me during it being like, I feel like she's almost like believing her own lies. Like, she's an actress. And this is what I mean about how the woke is painting her as a victim. Like, even saying any of this, you can't, you'll get pushback. It's like, nope, nope, nope. She's right. And she's true about everything. And if we're being honest with ourselves, I have again, friends, people on all sides who are texting me saying this stuff, right? Because it's what they were thinking and it's honest. How genuine is she being right now? Because one of the things that I know people were like, excuse me, I'm sorry, what? Is how she claimed to have never Googled Harry, which that part, iffy. Like, I don't Google guys I'm dating, you know, the last time I dated in like 1982, but I personally don't do that because I'm like, I'd rather just find out the normal way. If he's an axe murderer, I will find out on my own. She claims she never Googled him and had basically no idea what she was getting into. And that's where people were like, girl, you never, like, that's where I was even like, okay, I'm sorry. This is like going to be life altering, not inquiring at all pretty much about what it would be like. Who in their right mind? So we can feel that way. We can be a little like, I don't know about that. But then there are the parts that were really shitty, right? None of what I'm about to say was surprising to me. People were shocked. I'm like, you're shocked that they're prison, old, stick up their butt, racist, like artifacts? What's surprising about that? I'm sorry, it's the British monarchy. Like, why are you guys so shocked? So she talks about how it's like completely stifling. They basically own you. They take your passport, your driver's license, which when I heard that, you know, I'm an independent gal. I'm on the move. I had a full-blown panic attack at the thought of someone taking my license, right? Then she gets into the race stuff as well, saying there were conversations with someone who won't be named about how dark their child's skin would be and how that could be an issue, which that is fucked up. Like, my mom and I turned at each other and we were like, and she talks about her mental health struggles being in there. And honestly, I was captivated when she was talking about this stuff, captivated, basically drooling, because it really was so compelling. She talked about how she literally had suicidal thoughts and she walked us through them. She also insinuates that she was crying out for help and no one offered to help her. They were like, it's going to be a bad look if we bring in any professional help, like basically deal with it, have a little tea and be on your way. She shows a picture of one day where she was literally like grasping on for dear life. And it's her and Harry at this big event. And she's like, you can see our knuckles are like literally white because we're grasping on for each other's lives. Because earlier that day, I didn't want to be alive. I mean, listen, I've been there, especially in COVID. I have been there. And I have to say, it was completely riveting and it was completely heartbreaking because I know what it's like. And I give her props for like, I feel like people talk about mental health a lot, like celebrities, but nobody really describes it like that. So this is what I mean, where both things can be true, but can they? Okay, so let's get back to Piercy boy. So now I'm actually calling him Piercy. Okay, Piers Morgan. And I never watched Piers Morgan, but he's a TV commentator host in the UK. And I'm not going to get into it, but he has this like whole beef with Meghan Markle, is always shitting on her, thinks she doesn't respect the royal family, etc. And I think it was Good Morning Britain on the show, this man was basically challenging Piers Morgan for shitting on Meghan Markle, being like, we always hear you shit on her. Because Piers Morgan basically says she's the greatest actress, where's her Oscar? I don't believe a goddamn word she's saying, whether it be about the race, the mental health. I don't believe any of it, okay? So this guy's like, really though? Really? What does Piers do but get up and walk off set? And obviously now we have like the woke mob rejoicing. I've seen so many memes and stories that are like, at last, we got him. We took out the real trash. We got him out of here. Shut up. We got him to shut up for good. Yet again, it's either Piers Morgan is right. Yeah, free speech, or bye-bye. Go enjoy with your friends in the dumpster. And here's where I'm mixed, because Piers Morgan is all about, let me say what I want to say. Listen, I don't think people argue it's so harmful what he said, writing her off as lying, especially because she talked about race and about mental health, right? I don't think it's hard. Listen, if he thinks she's lying, he thinks she's lying. That's his opinion, right? But what I don't like about this is that he's all about free speech and he doubles down on it. He walks off of his morning show. He's like, you're not going to silence me and I'm going to come back better than ever. Free speech, blah, blah. But dude, if you're all about free speech, how are you going to walk off of set when somebody in a polite manner challenges you, says something they don't like, uses their free speech, has their opinion, and you walk off set like a little baby bitch? No. Free speech doesn't mean just yours, guy. So this is where, yet again, both things in this situation can be true, right? On one side, can we think parts of it were a little, how genuine, how upfront was she being? I don't know. How timely and necessary was this? Was it a little insensitive to be complaining about your lives when we're all going through what we're going through? Questionable, right? And the other side can be true too. Is it awful that you experienced blatant racism in the monarchy? Yes. Is it terrible that you experienced suicidal thoughts in those palace walls? Yes. But again, we're in this culture war, and just take a look at the headlines, right? Where it's either or, and both things can be true.